Hey everybody, it's another Radar Reacts, this time for the news from the Konami pre-E3 show that includes the new voice of Snake. It's Kiefer Sutherland.
The Keef!
Of 24 and Stand By Me fame. Kiefer Sutherland. So yeah, there were... back at GDC, they revealed they said David Hayter was not the voice of Snake. That we were all holding out hope that this was another... well, not everyone, but I was holding out hope that it was
some kind of ploy.
Well, yeah, honestly, most of us thought that it was a troll because David Hayter kept tweeting and maybe he was playing along with their joke of trying to get people to believe that he was actually still going to be Snake, and they were just kind of messing with people to get them freaked out and build up more hype. But nope, he's definitely not Snake.
No, So in the video they showed that they hired David, they got rid of David Hayter, hired Kiefer Sutherland to not just be the voice but also the face of Big Boss. A big reason for that, they said, is that the game takes place in 1984, which is when Big Boss, the father of Solid Snake, who looks just like Solid Snake, at that point in time he's 49, and that they didn't think they felt Kiefer could play 49 better and be an older Snake.
Well, they also mentioned that.
But they thought Hayter could play a 79-year-old Snake in Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, there you go.
True.
So,
he's not Snake.
Anyway, they also mentioned that they wanted to choose a more experienced actor because of his facial. They could track his facial animations maybe a little, and he could have a better performance, I guess.
Well, they showed they had the dots. They had pictures of the dots all over his face,
he's making monkey faces.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense to me because Kojima was talking about how he wants the expression to be conveyed not by the words and the grizzled voice, but more by the subtleties of the tone and the expression and the facial expression. I agree in the sense that Hayter, while we're so used to that voice and it's going to sound bizarre to hear Big Boss or Snake talk that is not a Hayter, it makes more sense to me.
Kiefer too,
it makes sense to me that would be the case if he's trying to express emotion more through subtlety than direct.
They did have a weird, they had a weird example in the video where they said before we would have written the line like, Kaz, are you all right? And now it's just Kaz. And you can tell by looking at his face.
Yeah, it'll make more sense when we actually see it in motion versus Kojima.
I don't think that was the best.
That
wasn't the best example in the video.
Well, they showed Kiefer's face just moving around and matching in the fancy Fox engine.
Yeah,
It looks really good. I was disappointed there wasn't more news than that. That it was. I mean, Snake's new voice is big enough news.
Yeah, it's big.
And I guess they're saving if there is a new trailer, they're saving it for E3. I would hope they're going to have an E3 trailer and not make us wait till Tokyo Game Show to see.
Right.
The trailer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So that was pretty much everything from Snake, but there was also Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2.
Yes.
Was a big deal. It actually got more time than Metal Gear, I'd say.
Yeah, which was odd. But
I expected them to close with Metal Gear and have Castlevania in the middle. It was switched around. But so the Lords of Shadow news, the biggest one that it's out in winter. The winter. And that it's still current gen, only current gen.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't surprise me. I mean, it's been in the works for a while now.
Right.
And it's the close to the Lord of Shadow series, which...
Well, technically, I mean, because we're so used to this chain of trilogies. And technically it is the third game in the series. And it makes sense to me, I think, to close it out after 2. Because, the first one was a really fantastic action game. Far cry from what we're used to in a Castlevania game, I'd say. But this second one is this modern day thing where now we're playing as Dracul, right?
Well, he got transferred. He's now Dracula. He's the hero from the first game. Spoiler for the first game: you become Dracula by the end. And then you wake up in current day. They were saying that now the camera is free to move around. It's not a fixed camera.
The world is more open, so it's not like a level-based thing where you're going to be jumping from one point in the map to the next. You'll just be able to walk around the entire.
Because the first one was very closed. It was a great game, but it was still very, very you're walking in one direction, you can only go this way.
Right.
So
that's kind of interesting that they're going with the more open world.
And plus, I think the setting's gonna be really cool. It almost reminds me of like when I would play like the Vampire the Masquerade games, because it's like doing all this kind of stuff in a modern day setting adds a really neat kind of flavor to those types of games. So I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be awesome.
I'm looking forward to the hopefully some Shadow of the Colossus style battles against the giant enemies.
The giant mechanical thing. What was that?
I don't know. Well, it was in the trailer from last year.
They made more sense in a kind of like fantasy setting, but it'll be curious to see what exactly you're going to be fighting in a modern day. I guess giant robots.
Yeah.
Also, they made a big point of showing a white wolf howling, which I don't know what the point of that was in the trailer. But
I guess we'll have to find out later.
And then the last note I want to say about the Konami thing was that it annoyed me 2 years ago on their 2011 video. At the end of it, they teased the big flaming sea of Contra.
I know. I saw that. What happened with that?
All right, a new Contra. Nothing that last year, nothing this year. Come on.
Yeah, I need a new Contra.
Yeah.
It's time to bring it back. Come on.
Oh, well.
Anyways.
Yeah, hopefully by next week we'll at least see the Metal Gear trailer. I bet it'll be at the Sony press conference. That's my bet. There'll be the big reveal. They'll be like, "Hey, it's Kojima. Whoop!" And what are you here for? I am here to. I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, stay tuned to the Games Radar channel and GamesRadar.com for more Radar Reacts, especially coming out of E3. And until next time, bye bye.